Congressman, it's been 2 years of headlines every day, from pandemic to international incidents and any number of issues out there. And one of the things that may have been lost in coverage from time to time is an issue on our southern border that from time to time does make national news, and we see coverage of it, but it has been an ongoing issue. And you and a number of your colleagues, Republican colleagues from the Homeland Security Committee, are now trying to get some information from the Homeland Security Department. Tell me what it is you're doing and what you hope to achieve.
Absolutely. We just filed a resolution of inquiry, which is an effort to have the administration preserve documents so that when we are in the majority, we are able to have investigations and figure out just what went wrong, what policies were modified, and how we got to the point where our month totals are triple or in some cases quadruple what we've seen in prior years. If you recall, about a year ago when we started to draw attention to this issue, it was dismissed as seasonal increases. And much like transient inflation or transitory inflation, that was just a cover for a reality that was getting much darker. We've seen over 2 million apprehensions down at the border this year. We've just seen an extraordinary increase, again, over what we've seen in prior years. In 2020, there was a decline because of the pandemic, but even during the pandemic conditions, that increase has still gone up, while the Biden administration has discussed relaxing a lot of policies and sending messaging that has, in my view, encouraged a lot of people to make that dangerous trek to try to cross our border illegally, not only putting themselves and their families at risk, but then also serving to assist by distracting our law enforcement personnel on the border from their critical jobs of interdicting a lot of the drugs that are coming across as well.
You made an interesting point. You said when you are in the majority, because as it is now, this resolution probably doesn't have much of a bite to it as long as Democrats control the committees and control the House floor. So are you looking at this as something that moves now or something that you just introduced now?
Well, I wish that we would get support from our Democratic colleagues. We have seen that they have been hesitant or plainly unwilling to hold this administration accountable for its many policy failures in this regard. They would prefer to talk about anything else because they don't want to draw attention to what is occurring down at our southern border. Now, this resolution will have to be considered within 14 days, or else it will go to the floor as what's called a privileged vote, so it can be brought up. But what we've seen under Speaker Pelosi is that she's taken away any power the minority might have to try to get something introduced for a vote. So that's been an incredibly frustrating thing. But again, our focus is on making sure that there's accountability when we're in the majority, because right now the Democratic majority is unwilling to do so.